right, just what the title said, 88% of homes at a certain price level are selling within the first 30 days. So I'm gonna go over that in this video and also give you an update to the COVID-19 virus and any real estate news that you might find helpful to yourself coming up right after this. YouTube channel that's all about real estate. My name is Alex, and if this is your first time tuning into my YouTube channel, welcome. I post videos 3 times a week, every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel so you can get great real estate news, information that hopefully you'll find helpful to yourself. And if you do, hit that like button down there if you get any value out of this video. All right, let's start off this video by pulling up the March housing recap so I can show you some data points that are gonna be super important, you know, for the housing market. They surprised me. So let's pull that up right now and let's go over it. So this is for Snohomish County housing update. That's where I do business, resale only, right? So this does not include new construction, but let's just go onward. So in all of these monthly updates put out by John L. Scott, first of all, if you're not on this list I have that I send out every single month of the monthly housing updates, shoot me your email, phone number. My phone number, email, alexkiel@johnlscott.com or 425-512-3474. I would love to put you in my database so you get these. I can tailor it to any area that you're living, but this is kind of the rough sketch of how they look. So the very top of it will always have a little paragraph or a couple paragraphs written by our chairman and CEO, J. Lennox Scott. In this one, he said, the Snohomish County real estate market experienced a bit of turbulence in late March as the coronavirus crisis evolved. Following statewide orders, the market virtually paused for a few days, but began picking up after real estate guidelines were adjusted to support social distancing. Now with these guidelines in place, buyers and sellers can take advantage of historically low interest rates in the mid-3s with inventory shortages in many price ranges. The focus remains on each new listing. And then he goes on to say it's important to be buyer ready day one to boost your chances of success. Additionally, we enhanced our strategies for sellers during this time to attract serious buyers and get your home sold. What he's talking about here is, you know, virtual tours, all the technology we have in place to get your home sold, basically online, and to get your house in front of people online. Let's pull down here to the stats. First off, interest rates, you can see 3.625%, absolutely amazing. If we're talking historically speaking, you know, we can see, you know, 10 years ago, 5.09, 15, 5.99, historically very, very low rates. And obviously that's with what's going on around in the world, right? They're trying to stimulate the economy. So average percent of new listings pending in the first 30 days. Guys, this stat is absolutely incredible. We're talking about 80%. 80% of current listings are pending in the first 30 days. A normal market is 30%. Okay, I mean, this is an extremely active market we still have with what's going on in the world. It's absolutely incredible. We can scroll down here to certain price points and you can see that $250,000 to $350,000 price point is the most active. You know, it's a very affordable price point. It makes sense. 88.2% of sales are pending within the first 30 days. Now, something that's really important to note, okay, and this only breeds appreciation, only breeds, you know, a strong housing market. I want you to look at the months of supply. Right, this is extremely low months of supply. We're talking about 1 month, 0.5, 0.5, 0.9. Even in the $1 million plus, we're extremely low supply, 3.1 months of supply. And for you guys that don't know what this means, essentially what this means is that if all real estate transactions stopped in the marketplace, say at this $500,000 to $750,000 price point, okay, there would be 0.9 months of supply. So less than 1 month of supply would be available to buyers out there on the market. Okay, so let's continue scrolling down here. You can see like a basic healthy market. You know, it used to be around 3 to 5 months, I believe, and they actually changed it now because of how long we've had this low inventory shortage. So now it's actually at a 4.5 to 5.9 months is a healthy market. And look at the numbers where we're at. You know, we're under 1 month of inventory at most price points. Okay, so now let's scroll down. This is the median price change in Snohomish County single family homes only. This goes all the way back from 2001, currently to the first 3 months of 2020. What I want to show you guys is because I hear all the time, Alex, I'm waiting for the housing market to crash, to buy in. I think it's going to go down more before I'm going to buy. How is the housing market? It has to be, obviously going down right now with what's going on around the world. This is super important, and I think you're going to get a lot of good information out of just looking at these data points. First off, we can look back to the last recession, 2008, 2009, 2010. Obviously the housing bubble with the mortgage defaults. Obviously we have that all cleared up with way stricter guidelines to get mortgages. There's no income stated mortgages anymore. But on a side note, we can see what the markets did during that time. Down 11%, down 9, down 7, down 8.4. Right down, what would that be, about 35% in those 4 years. Now we can see the years following. 2012, up 13%. If you owned $1 million property, that's, do the math, that's $130,000 in appreciation. 2012, 11%, 8%, 7.83, 11.72, 12.5. 2018, 4%. 2019, 8.5%. Now let's look at 2020. You would expect this market to be going down with obviously unemployment at all-time highs, just the vibe going around, with people obviously unemployed. You would think the housing market would be struggling during these times. But look at the first data points. We're up 2.94%. The month of March appreciated at almost 2%. If you owned a $500,000 asset in a home, okay, you gained about $10,000 in equity by just owning that home and just sitting in your home for a month. This year alone, you've gained about $15,000 of equity. So at the very end of 2019, if you're looking at that $500,000 price point, and you're like, Alex, I'm just gonna wait for the market to crash. Well, now the home's gonna cost you about $515,000, $520,000 to buy that house. What I'm trying to say is, the people are saying, let's just wait till the housing market crashes. Nobody knows what the housing market's gonna do, right? You can predict, nobody knows what the future is. All I'm saying is right now, looking at the data points, the housing market is extremely, extremely strong. I'm still seeing houses selling in 2, 3, 4, 5 days to a week, and we're not even doing open houses. So there's still a ton of buyer demand out there. What I would recommend for you, if you've kind of put, your buying on halt because of what's going on, don't. After this gets all cleared up, I highly predict that mortgage interest rates are gonna go up, which is gonna decrease, obviously your borrowing power. If you calculate that, right now could be the best time to buy. And housing prices are not going down, people. They're still appreciating and going up every single month. So there you guys have it. Let's move on to an update of what's happening in the real estate business. So first off, we are deemed essential. That did get changed within 3 days of the stay-at-home order being executed by the governor. Obviously we're under a strict protocol. Open houses are prohibited. If you're a seller, we can put your house on the market right now. If you're a buyer, we can show you properties. It's very strict, like I'm saying. Only one person can go into a house at a time. We're wearing masks, we're wearing gloves, we're sanitizing. We're being very cautious with, the way we go about doing this, in order to keep our clients safe and, the sellers in homes that we're walking through to keep them safe as well. In terms of the selling side of things, we're doing a lot of electronic signatures, which we've always done. So nothing's really changed. The only thing that's changed is obviously we're not doing open houses. It's only appointment only showings, one person in a house at a time. If they want to see the house, that's how they have to do it. And on top of that, I did want to cover one more thing. Oh yeah, and we're doing a lot of electronic marketing, right? So a lot of online marketing, which we've always done in the real estate business. So nothing's really changed in perspective of that. We're doing virtual tours, a lot of online ads. So that's kind of where the real estate business is right now. We're still chugging along, transactions are still happening. Houses are still selling. People are still moving into new houses. So I just want to let you guys know that. And stay safe out there as always. Thanks for tuning into this video, and stay tuned for the video coming Wednesday and Friday this week. We'll see you guys then.